Здравейте, добър вечер и благодаря, че сме днес заедно. За тези от вас, които не ме познават, аз съм Илана Спилкова и съм част от екипа на Агенция за образование в чужбина Skylines, официален представител на NABA за България, и нашите услуги по време на целия кандидат-студентски процес са напълно безплатни. Можете да се свържете с нас или с мен в избор на правилната програма, избор на кампус и подготовка, естествено, на всички документи за кандидатстване. Презентацията, която ще имаме днес, ще бъде водена от Валентина Торичели, която е регионален менеджер на NABA за България, и фокусът ще бъде изготвяне на креативно портфолио. Портфолиото е един от най-важните елементи, когато кандидатстваме за бакалавърска или за магистърска програма в академията. И ще се радвам, ако имате въпроси, да ги задавате в чат секцията, за да можем да отговорим на всеки един от вас или по време на презентацията, или индивидуално. Още веднъж благодаря ви. Валентина, it's your turn. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Joanna. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this webinar today. So I will start sharing my screen so we can immediately share the presentation this way. So yes, as Joanna already introduced me, my name is Valentina. I'm the area manager for Europe region at NABA. We are an international academy of fashion art and design. And actually, I will start this presentation giving you an overview, a quick overview about NABA, just to give you an introduction also about our academy, and then we will concentrate on some tips and tricks to prepare the portfolio and advices, and showing some examples of portfolios. So let's start with a quick video that I think it's the best way to start introducing you to our academy. And you will see some pictures and videos of the campuses. So as you could see, we are based in two beautiful cities that are Milan and Rome. And this is very important also when you are considering the destination of your studies. So not only in which academy you would like to study, but also in which countries and which city. And if you are considering studying in creative careers, choosing cities like Milan and Rome means to choose to be in a global capital for art, for fashion and design. So it's really important because these cities here is where students get the majority of their opportunities. They really can join and be surrounded by these fields, art, fashion and design. And so it's not only what you are doing inside the academy, but it's also a matter of all the activities you can take part, the events, and be in the heart of design. Milan, we have one of the most important international design week in the world, the Salone del Mobile, which is a very important design week. We have hundreds of thousands of visitors joining the city for this kind of events. We have several fashion weeks during the year. As well, Rome is the capital city of the Italian culture and history, is the capital city for Italian cinema. So really you can connect to the industry in a very special way. As far as our academy is concerned, we were founded in Milan in 1980. We were the first private academy that was recognized by the Italian Ministry of Education, so we are fully accredited. And we currently are the largest academy in Italy for art and design. All our programs are run in Italian or in English language, so you can choose the language. And we have around 5,000 students, nearly 6,000, coming from more than 90 different countries. So we are really an international academy. You will meet students and people from all over the world, and you will really feel you are in a multicultural school. We have been ranked by QS now for the third year in a row as the best Italian academy for art and design. We are among the top 100 in the field. So this is also a very important recognition, because it's like the official recognition about our academic excellence, about how well we prepare students for the professional world. And our methodology is really unique. We pay a lot of attention to innovation and experimentation, so students really can free their talent, can experiment with different tools and different technologies. And the methodology is very practical. So we combine theory classes with the practical works and project-based lessons in collaboration with leading companies and design studios. So you will be working on real brief in collaboration with different companies, and you will learn how to deliver real proposals to companies. All the faculty, all the professors, they are designers, they are professionals, so they constantly bring their real experience and expertise to the school. And you will have the possibility also to do internships. So there's a lot of connection to the industry and the professional world. And we also have, and this is a very important for NABA as well, a multidisciplinary approach. This means that, as you know, we have different departments. We will see that in a bit. So from design, fashion, graphic design, students from different departments can really collaborate. Maybe they will share some experience for some projects. And so you will have the chance to have a 360-degree approach on a project. So you will have the chance to share some project with students from other departments and have a broader view on the same project. This is, and now I will show you a quick video about a design marathon. This was a very intensive workshop we have done in collaboration with a company, actually a big brand, Bulgari, that can give you an example of this kind of collaboration and methodology.
This design marathon is about metaverse. The best selection of NABA students will face this challenge that Bulgari gave us.
It's a full immersive experience where the staff of Bulgari and the NABA students will merge and work together. The main challenge, sharing the view and moving straight on to the metaverse.
Bulgari asked us to conceive a new landscape in which the brand could settle in the next future. For this reason, the young creativity of a student could be essential and a key element.
NABA has been a choice because of the focus on beauty. What type of enhanced experience can we give to our customers? And the best way to look at that is to work with people who are every day studying and looking at beauty and art.
So this is just, of course, an example. Then we have collaborations with many companies, around 900 different companies every year for workshop, for this kind of intensive challenge like the Design Marathon, for collaborations, for internship. We activate around 600 internships per year. So we really have a strong industry and career service relation office that helps students in connecting with the professional world. And that's why we have a very high job placement rate. Around 92% of our students find an internship or a job within 1 year from graduation. Just a few pictures about the campus. I think it's interesting to also to show you the facilities. This is a picture of our Milan campus. As you can see, we have different buildings, and the center of our campus, and this is also the heart of NABA methodology, are the laboratories, because those are the place where students spend a lot of time in doing their practical projects. So we have a design for laboratory for design, where students can work on different equipment, different materials, doing basically prototyping, fashion labs, tech lab for audio and video and sound post-production, green screen for visual effects, a very new technology called Virtual Studio. We are actually the only fine arts academy in Europe to have this kind of technology on campus. And to explain you very quickly, it's the technology that was used from the director of Avatar and Avengers and Mandalorian, of course, in a smaller size. This is, of course, but it's a technology that uses digital cameras and game softwares to show visual effects and 3D character and 3D environment. This is an example of, this is an example of what I'm talking. So you have the actors here shooting, and you have the live effects, visual effects behind. So students of the media design area can also have the chance to experiment this kind of very new technologies. The academic offer, quite wide. We won't concentrate today because the topic of the today's webinar is not going to depth into the courses, but to give you an overview, we have different areas: design, fashion design, communication and graphic design, media design and new technologies, set design and visual arts. And we have undergraduate, postgraduate programs, special programs like summer courses, semester abroad, or foundation year in these fields. For the undergraduate programs, I just would like to underline that every program has also some majors. So students have the opportunity to focus starting from the second semester of the second year into specific fields of specialization in the program you choose. Then if you need, of course, more information about that, you can ask me a question at the end of the webinar, or also contact Skylines. So let's come to the heart of today's presentation. So how to craft a successful art and design portfolio. So let's see some tips to prepare your portfolio. First of all, let's think about what is a portfolio. We can define a portfolio as a selected group of works presented as an example of someone's style and skills. So basically, portfolio is like a compilation, a set of materials that can give an example about your skills, your qualifications, your educations, your training, and your experiences. And it can also provide an insight into your personality and your creativity. So it's something that goes more in depth comparing to a simple curriculum or a resume, because you can really show your personality through it. And usually, in general, not only for application to art academies, but also for professional purpose, career portfolios are a good way to plan and organize your works and document your skills through some work samples. So yes, this is like a definition of what we can consider as a portfolio. So we usually say that there are no like universal rules to build a portfolio. You can, especially if you are applying for a bachelor program, you can be free to prepare it as you feel it's the best way for you to do it. But there are some advices we can give you, and we can try to explain you what we expect to see in a portfolio. We expect to see quality, so some qualitative work. We expect to see what your skills are, and very important, we expect to see who you are. So what's your personality through your portfolio. And also think that it's always an evolving work. So don't really stress too much. You will rethink your portfolio many times during your career. Maybe in a year, you will be completely reviewing it. So try to think about who you are right now, what is your experience and your project so far, and work on it. But also think that this is not your final portfolio. You will do it and redo it again and again in your future. So the first and the most important advice we can give you while you are starting preparing your portfolio is to make a selection. So try to really map the contents you have and make a selection. We will see it later also. Highlight your strengths. So try to show what the best works you have. Try also to include variety. So you can think of including different kind of projects that can show your approach without being too repetitive. And also pay attention to visual choices. So find your tone of voice, your styles. So also think about the layout, the colors, the pictures you choose, everything you choose, not only the content, but also the container is an expression of your personality, of your identity, and of your style. And be yourself. So really think it as a tool to show who you are. And it's very, very important that you have fun while you're doing it, enjoy during it, during the preparation, because it's really a way to show your personality. So what can be the steps? First step, as I was telling you before, selection. So map your content, choose, select the contents you think are the best to be included in the portfolio. Step 2, do some research. So find inspirations and references, take inspiration from other works, and then create your book. So define your layout, put your works together, and create your final book. A suggestion for the structure of it. So you can start with a cover and start with a short presentation about yourself, then include an index with the list of contents, and then the project, so the contents. So think about showing what you can do. show your real skills. And each project should have a title, some images, and a description. And then you can also include a final page, like a thank you page, including your contact details and links to, if you have a website, blog, or social media, if you think they can be relevant. Also, important point, package it together. So don't present many single different files. Package that together in one single file. Most common can be a PDF, but also using website like building platform that can give you like a customized layout can be good. Then the content, so the project. As I was telling you, you should start mapping the content. Which project do you have? In which order you want to present them? And about the order, you can think about catching the attention. So maybe you can think about starting with your best project, just again, to catch the attention and show immediately what you think that best represents yourself. And, or on the contrary, you can think about starting from your older project to show your evolution and also organizing your project in order to create excitement up to the best project. So this is a choice, and a choice of yours. If you have many projects, again, select them. So think that sometimes less can be more. So select the best project you think you have. Then, very important, provide the context and show the development of each project. So add the details on the creative process. Explain what were the main steps on the design process that you have done. So, for example, starting from the why. What was the why question behind your project? What was your brief, your inspiration, your starting point? What problem did you want to solve with your project? Then you can include the project itself. So, for example, for design, you can start from the idea, sorry, then the sketching, then the technical drawings, and then if you have some prototypes, the prototypes, sorry. Or for fashion, you can start from a mood board about the inspiration mood board, color palette and material selection, the sketches, the technical drawings, and then if you have prototypes and shootings. So try to show all the steps and the development of the creative process. Some extra tips also about the contents, maybe for those of you who have already some experience. You maybe can think about a narrative through your portfolio. So think that most people can easily talk about what they do. Some people can explain how they do what they do, but very few people can clearly articulate why they do what they do. So it's very important to show the starting point and the why question behind your project. You can also try to give your portfolio and yourself like a brand identity. So define an original identity system, a complete kit of elements that speaks about you, from, I don't know, a logo, the layout, the colors you choose, that creates like a brand of yourself and of your project. And then also try to be consistent. So the choice you make in your portfolio should be interesting and should reveal who you are and how you get in relationship with the world in a consistent way. And also the media, so the way you choose to present your projects. It can be a digital portfolio if you want to have like a lighter version, could be a printed portfolio, that can be like a more complete version. You can have a website that can be more focused or constantly updated. You can also choose to include social media as a support of your vision and your imaginary. Okay, so now let's go to the examples that I know they are very, very requested and interested, because seeing some example maybe can clarify some of the tips and of all the points I have talked about. So let's go to the examples. Here they are. So I will start with design. I will try to show you examples of all the areas, just of course a couple going very quickly, but then if you have a specific question, you can ask me at the end of the webinar. So this is a portfolio. These are all portfolios that we have received as applications portfolio. So from students that were applying for Bachelor of Arts mainly. And in this case, it was an application for the program in design. So as you can see, you will see like different kind of projects. So the students started with some sketches. Sorry, a bit bigger. So some sketches, some drawings that were done digitally. No. Okay. So digital illustrations, digital drawing about, in this case, chairs, so furniture, related both to product and interior design. And he then included the project. So he had like an introduction, a description of the project with the title, a mood board with the inspiration, a color and material selection, and research about material, fabrics, and colors. So he showed some research, some inspirations, and materials that he project. Again, all the development and the research, and then the drawings in this case. So he did the digital drawings about this lamp, and then he also included like a fashion, like a capsule clothing collection. So as you see, we have different kind of projects, and this is good. You don't have to include just projects specifically only related to the field. If you also have other interests, this is good shown. Or another design portfolio. Again, you can see a cover, like an introduction of the students with the curriculum in this case, and then the title of the project, the image, short description of the brief, mood board and inspiration, so you immediately can feel the sensations and the style that she wanted to give to the project, some keywords, then some drawings, some more technical drawings about the lamp she did, the materials analysis, and then the prototype in this case. So this is a very, very complete project. And she maintained the same style for all the projects she included. So again, same style with the picture, the same font, title, brief, mood board with the keywords, materials and materials analysis, colors palette. And she included various projects. I just wanted to show you also an interior design one. Yes, here. So in this case, she made like a section of the interior. She was thinking the sections with the color palette and some renders. Of course, this is very advanced. You can think, if you don't know how to do renders, which is totally understandable and totally fine, you can do it with drawings or with collage. So you can use really the technique you feel it's the best for you. Then let's go to fashion. Okay, so in this case it was nice because she included some drawings of her when she was a child. So this is like a nice way to start to also communicate immediately how and when her passion for fashion started. Then a title and a description. Again, a mood board with some initial drawings and colors, and then the drawings of the collection, like the line-up. And the same also for the other projects. So the mood board, some drawings about jewelry or about lingerie. So she made some research, inspiration, and drawings. And I have another one for fashion. Here it is. So in this way, the students, for example, made a mood board with the papers. So this is actually, you can see, it's a picture of the physical mood board she did. So some, again, a mood board with some words that can be keywords of the inspiration topics and feelings that she had, she was thinking for the project, colors, and then the research. In this case, the research was also physical. So she tried to put textiles and drapings on the dummies. She did also some sketches to understand how the fabrics behaved, like the shape of the fabrics on the dummies. The drawings with all the inspirations again and the references, and then the development that was, in this case, drawings of some outfit inspired to what she showed before, then digital colleges, and finally also a photo shoot. Okay, then let's go to graphic. Change area. This is a portfolio of graphic. In this case, student included a project that he did at high school. So it was a project in high school. They had to create like the packaging of some like medicines, like medical, the bottles of some medicals. So the students first did a drawing, like a digital drawing about all the packaging, but he wasn't happy with the results. So it's also fine and interesting to see how an idea can change and how you find another solution to get what you want from your initial idea. So he didn't like what came out from the first experimentations of the first project. So he decided to actually design only the labels and print them on real bottles. So he did only the design of the label and printed for the packaging. Then he included also digital illustration, which are totally fine for graphics, photography, collages, and also some work on a logo, like a branding packaging, if I remember well. Yes, some sketches, where it is. Sorry, because I remember the logo, but I don't find it. Okay, never mind. So digital, still digital illustrations and packaging works. Then I want to show you for graphic also an example of a portfolio together with the project assignment, but because you know that if you, in case you don't have a portfolio or you don't feel confident enough to show your portfolio, the other option for Bachelor of Arts application is to submit a project assignment. So we give you a small task to work on. So in this case, the student included also the project assignment. So she had some illustrations, like the cover of a digital magazine. These were school projects, photographies, with also editing, and then the analysis of the logos. So this is the project assignment for graphic design. So think about two logos, one you consider good and one you consider bad, and explain what you like and what you don't like about the tools, like making a comparison of two logos and also two advertisements. So in this case, she shows Coca-Cola as good example and Balenciaga as bad marketing and advertising she didn't like. So, and explaining why, and then she included in this case also the cover letter, like the motivation letter. Then film and animation. Let's start with this, with the project assignment as well. So in this case, the students made like an introduction about his idea and his project. And then he invented the plot. And so this is actually the task we give students, to think about the plot. So invented the plot, describe it, who are the characters. Include your inspirations and references. So he included the references he was inspired by for the plot and project he had in mind. What would be the medium of your project? So how you would deliver that plot, in this case it was a TV series, and what would be the audience you address to. So this is quite simple, but still show the interest and the ideas and the creativity of the students for this specific field. While if you have already some projects in the field of film and animation, probably they will be video, so it's totally fine to include links to the video you have. In this case, for example, the students included the link of in this case it was short films, but also included explanations with like captures of all the editing that he did, all the post-production and yes, editing of the videos. So he included more than one, explaining also the purpose and the idea behind the shootings and how he did it. So it's okay also to include some links, of course. Then we have, yes, we have also one very nice for creative technologies that it's a program that includes majors for game design or 3D. So in this case, it was really nice because the student, so let me check, how can I do it? Sorry, full screen, here it is. It was really nice because he did it online with this interaction system, which is actually like a game. So also with this style of 90s game design. So it was really, really nice. I really personally really liked it. an introduction about himself, and then the contents. So he included some 3D character. So he was a fan of Star Wars, so he did some 3D design of some Star Wars character, and explaining a bit how he did it. Some other Halloween 3D character, car project, and a 3D object like knife 3D character. And he was a very, very fan of video games. He was applying for a creative technologies game design. So it was really like very, very original, in my opinion. Then, what other areas do we have? Okay, painting and visual arts. So in this case, it's good, of course, all your artworks, but it's really important to include details about that, especially at least a title, the technique you have used. In this case, these are photographies, and the year. So in this case, the students included some pictures about travels and some as a short description of them. So we have photography, we have drawings with also the techniques she used, portraits, sketches with watercolors, ink, with all the explanations. Okay, I think we have another one for visual arts. Yes, in this case, for example, it was mainly observational drawings, which is okay. Collages. And sculptures. Then portraits. Okay. I think I have another one of painting, but I think the idea is still the same. So canvas with a medium and dates. Yes, I think the idea is the same. Some sketches. And then in this case, the students also work with clay, so also some clay projects. Okay. And then the last one, set design. So in this case, set design, the student was passionate about theater. So it was a project related to set design, like theater design. And she did a project at her school for like the scenography of a piece, like a theater piece. So she included actually some real picture of the real set she had done for the theater. I think it's not downloading the images. Okay, some of them. Explaining what was the scene, how she created the scenography, and what was the inspiration behind the piece they have done. So this is an example of theater design. Of course, set design is much wider, so they can be setting for events, for art installations, for fashion shows, for exhibitions, also drawings about theater designs that you think maybe you are inspired by some author, so you can think about how you would do the set for a specific scene, and so on. As a last topic, because we also have now a new program in comics and visual storytelling, we don't have still example of students for that, because it's a new program. The suggestion would be to think about some plots or some character, and actually maybe you can draw a small story, like a storyboard of the plot you have thought about. Okay, so those were some examples. I hope they were interesting and useful for you to see them and better understand a bit how other students did it. Some more words about the application process. Of course, the portfolio or the project assignment is the main thing we evaluate, together with the motivation letter, like an artistic statement where you basically explain what do you expect, what are your dreams, your expectations and your goals for the future, and especially by studying in the program you choose. This will be evaluated by the faculty. And then we will need your high school diploma and transcript if you are attending high school, or university diploma and transcript if you are already applying for a master. And then English or Italian English or Italian language certificate according to the language you choose. So once you gather all the documents, you can submit your application, and Skylines, Joanna will be helping you with that. They have been helping a lot of Bulgarian students with their applications. We will receive your application documents and we will give you feedback in around 7-10 days. We have two main intakes during the year, one in February, starting in February, and the other in October. And for tuition fees, we have an income bracket tuition fee system for students living in European Union, like Bulgaria. So tuition fees for international students is 20,600 euros, but students who live in Europe can lower this international students' tuition fee according to their financial situation. So and have like different tuition fee brackets. The lowest one would start from 8,100 for bachelor. Same system for the master, and well, for the one-year academic master program, two different tuition fees for European or non-European. Then again, Skylines will help you with all this process as well. I also wanted to remind you that we have a 10% early enrollment scholarship right now for students who decide to enroll within 16th of January. So you should submit your application earlier than this date. This date is to confirm your place. So you still have time, but if you want to grab this opportunity, I would invite you to start working to submit your application as soon as possible. And also, I want to invite you to join the pre-admission sessions we will have from the 1st to 6th of December. Basically, you can prepare your application. We can have a portfolio review together, and an individual meeting. We can also have a moment to talk about your interest. If you have questions about NABA, have an individual meeting. And then I will give you an immediate feedback about your admission, and I will give you a pre-admission letter that tells you that if you are eligible for the admission, and then you will receive the official admission package. But it's an immediate feedback and portfolio review that we can have together. And so that with these dates, you can also be on time to also get the 10% early enrollment scholarship I told you before. I think, okay, I've just included, just to conclude with a nice story, a student testimonial from a student from fashion design.
So my name is Oliver. I'm originally Swedish, born in London, and I was raised in Switzerland. Before coming to NABA, my dream was to become a professional skier. I really liked the sense of personal expression through choosing your own way down the mountain. and I was unable to pursue this due to injury, but then I found another way to express myself in school, which was through art, and I loved to study about it and to express myself through various mediums. And then I found NABA, and I came to visit, and I just loved the people here, I loved the ambience, and I decided to enroll. Now I'm here, in these days I'm working in the labs, I'm using the amazing resources that can be found here at campus, and I'm preparing my final collection, which is going quite good, so I'm happy. So I chose NABA because I thought that the campus was beautiful, and I found that it's very rare to find a campus where you have so much greenery, and we're working here inside an old factory, and I thought that this was crazy to see, and I was really interested in the courses that they had to provide because I knew nothing about fashion before I came here, and I thought that this would be a great place to come and learn about it, something which I could use for my future working in the field as a professional. And in my future, I would love to work at a big brand and see how they function. And of course, as most aspiring designers, I would love to have my own brand one day.
Okay, so that was it. I hope it was useful. And of course, now feel free to ask all the questions you might have. I think there are already some in the chat. Just let me check. How many slides can the portfolio be? What is the minimum required amount? Yes, good question. So we don't have like a fixed number. As I was telling you, it's better if you have many projects, it's better to select the best you have. If you have a few projects, try to present them in the best possible way. As an average, we would suggest to show around 5 to up to 10, not more than 10 projects, but average 3 to 5 projects is a good amount. The number of slides depends on it's quite personal, it's quite free, so it depends also on how many slides you need to present your project. So that we wouldn't have like fixed number of that. So just be free for it. I understood that for film and animation assignment, you could also draw a short storyboard with a couple of scenes with description, as well as description of the plot. Yes, correct. You can think about the plot and then add a storyboard with the about how you think you would develop maybe a scene or a couple of scenes. Of course, you wouldn't do the storyboard of all the movie or the project, but yes, of course. Also thinking about the character, for example. Can you show an interior design example again? Because I couldn't enter the meeting. Or is then going to be recorded? Yes, I think it's recorded,
Yes.
The meeting, so you can receive the recording, of course. It's necessary to have a picture of me in the introduction slide. Of course, it's not. It's a choice of you. I saw some portfolio that had and some that didn't. Yes, it's a very personal choice. If you want to present yourself also with a picture of you, it's fine. If you want to include like a slide that maybe you can think about showing an object or a place that you think represents you, not necessarily a picture of yourself. Of course, it's not mandatory. It's really, really free choice. If we go for the project assignment, what is the time frame process for early enrollment? So it's the same. It's the same process. Actually, the project assignment tasks are listed in the application form. So the timing and the process is exactly the same. Simply, you would submit the project assignment rather than the portfolio in the application. Any other question? Feel free to ask me.
Okay, I will ask a question
Yes.
on behalf of everyone. Do you have any personal tips you want to share with the students who are preparing their portfolios? For example, what is the most important thing when you go through a student portfolio or a project? What do you really want to see in it?
Yes, so I think my main advice and what I always tell students, especially for the bachelor application, but I think the majority of the students would apply for bachelor, so I would focus on that, is not to worry to not be too worried of showing perfect technical skills, or don't worry to show that you already know how to do everything, because this is not the point. You will learn everything from the scratch. So we really don't want to see that you already know how to do things. We want to see what you think, what is your creativity, and how you would develop an idea sometimes through very easy medium. Can really be just sketches or pictures or in this case like a storyboard for film. So really don't focus too much on showing perfect works, but rather focus on showing what you have done so far, what you have learned, and what is your relation and your passion for the specific field.
Thank you, Valentina. We have one question.
Yes.
In the Q&A section, does an interior design portfolio have to be something we came up with ourselves, or maybe something that expresses who we are and we just drew it?
Have to be we came up with ourselves, or maybe something that expresses who we are and we just drew. I'm not sure I got the question. Yes. I think an interior design portfolio actually and any portfolio, not just for interior design, actually this is something valid for all the portfolio, can be both. So you can have some projects that are related to the interior design in this case, but also different projects that maybe are not related to interior design, but that can show the expression of your personality and interest. That can be maybe drawings of different things. So I hope this answers your question. I'm not sure if it does. Otherwise, if you want to ask again, I will be happy to answer.
I think, sorry to interrupt. I think her question is if the project in the portfolio has to be her own, some idea that she came up with it, or it can be something she found in the internet. Something.
No, of course. Inspirations are that. It's not that you are copying. It's that you are getting inspiration. So of course you don't have to invent an interior design project from the scratch if you don't feel you can do it. But if you find some other works and some other inspirations that you want to reinterpret in a way, you can do it. The important thing is that you explain what was your point of view on that. So your interpretation of that project, of that, or of the interior design project you have taken as inspiration.
We have one.
Then I saw more question coming in the window. Are the accepted students the ones that send their portfolio and documents first and get accepted, or do you wait a certain time to have X number of students to review? No, we evaluate applications as long as they come. So if you send an application, we will evaluate within 1 week. So we don't have to wait a specific date to evaluate the works. As soon as you send your application, we will send you the feedback on your admission. maximum amount of slide we are allowed to have in the portfolio. So again, we don't have a really fixed number, just select the project. I mean, if you're asking this question, maybe it's because you have a lot of projects. So in this case, I would suggest you really to select what you think is best. So don't include 30, I don't know, 50 pages of 50 projects. So maybe, I don't know, you might have 30 pages, but if you have just a picture on it, it's very quick. It's up to you. It's up to you. Don't make it too long that might be difficult to review it entirely. Just make a good selection of it, I would say. But I won't give you a number because we don't have a specific number, and I don't want you to limitate your work by giving you an answer with a specific number.
Okay, we don't have questions for the moment. So can you please give me and the students a little bit more information regarding the pre-admission session?
Yes, so you can, if you want to join this kind of these sessions, you can first of all contact Joanna. Yes, we will schedule an individual meeting. Before that meeting, you should submit, you should give Joanna and Skylines your full application documents. Then we will schedule a meeting and we will review together your portfolio. So I can give you some feedback on it. I can tell you if there are some things that can be improved, or if it can be fine and good for admission. I will give you a pre-admission letter that will tell that you are eligible for admission. So basically you get an instant pre-admission. Then of course you will receive all the official papers and everything from the admission office, but at least you can know immediately if your portfolio is eligible for the admission. Then after you will receive the official admission package, you will have, then you can start like the standard enrollment process. And if you enroll within the deadline of the 16th of January, you can also have the 10% of early bird.
Okay, we have a question from Ioana.
Do I need to stick to the field I'm applying for, or can I include other types of project painting? Yes, of course, you can include all the types of projects you have. This is more than welcome. And we actually like to see that students have more than one interest. So of course, if you have at least 1 or 2 projects related to the field you're applying, this is better. But don't think that you just have to include specific projects. It's good to have like a variety. Yes, definitely. About the pre-admission, is it all right if my portfolio is only partly finished, so you can tell me how it's looking so far and what direction I should shift in if there's an issue or anything? Yes, I would suggest you to prepare it as it was done, as it was finished, and then we can review it together. But if you already know that you will have to add the things, yes, we can have like a first revision together. How is the curriculum formed? How does a day of NABA student look? Okay, so the curriculum, we can send you like the study plan if you need to see all the subjects, if this is the question. The lessons, you will have some theory classes, and then you will have some project-based lessons, so some workshop in collaboration with the company. And the day of a NABA student can be like this. You have around 20 hours per week, normally 4 days a week on campus usually, but then it really depends on every year, every course. Lessons can start from 8:30 in the morning and finish up to 7 in the evening. Of course, you won't have the whole day. Maybe if you have the theory classes, you have a couple of hours lectures. Or if you have a workshop with a company, maybe you have a 4 hours workshop. So it really depends on the study plan and on the semester you are attending. But more or less, this can be it. So maybe you have a lecture in the morning, then you have some hours break, then you have another lecture, or you can have like full workshop experience, and then you have a day free that you can dedicate to extra activities or to your personal projects and personal study. Can you apply for more than one program using one portfolio? So we wouldn't suggest to apply to more than one program because at the end of the day, you will then enroll to one. So it's possible. Of course, you will have to change your motivation letter, maybe slightly change also the portfolio, because if you're applying to two different programs, maybe you want to include the different projects. But we would suggest you to choose before applying. And if you need help to understand what is the best program for you, we can schedule again like individual meeting also together with the Skylines to choose it before.
Vale, I will switch in Bulgarian for a
yes,
bit.
Sure.
Ако имате допълнителни въпроси, които искате да зададете или към мен, или към Валентина, моля, пишете в чат секцията или в Q&A секцията. Възползвайте се от възможността да ни питате, да я питате Валентина за някакви неща, които ви интересуват относно портфолиото или относно мотивационното писмо. Наистина възползвайте се от тази възможност, която имате в момента. Okay, Vale. There aren't any more questions, so I will ask for the motivational letter. So, in the application, we have a question. Okay, I will ask later. What does the motivation letter and CV have to include?
Okay, so the CV is needed only if you're applying to master programs. I don't know if this is your case. If yes, you should include basically your experience, so your background, academic background, and if you have a work experience. If you're applying for a bachelor degree, this is not necessary. The motivation letter is like an artistic statement, and we can give you some guidelines, so some like a question you can think about and answer while writing your essay. So basically, you can include what is your motivation? What do you expect from the program, and how you think that NABA and Milan can be helping you to achieving your goals? What are your expectations from it? What you would like to be in the future? What are your dreams? Where your passion for specific field came from? So explaining a bit how your interest was born and what you expect from it, and what are your future goals?
I can share my screen and show the questions for the motivational letter as well, if someone wants, or If someone wants to have the questions, I will send them tomorrow.
Sure.
With the recording of this webinar and all the programs, bachelor and master's programs. So you will have all the information you will need. I will switch again in Bulgarian.
Okay.
If there aren't any more questions, I think we can wrap this up.
Okay.
Много ви благодаря, че бяхте част от днешната среща. Ако имате още въпроси, моля, задавайте ги в чат секцията. Аз и колегите ми от Skylines оставаме на ваше разположение и след тази презентация, естествено, така че ще се радвам да помогнем на всеки един от вас във връзка с въпроси, свързани с кандидатстването. Както казах, срещата се записва и всеки един от вас, който се е регистрирал, ще получи запис. Надявам се още утре, както и информация отново с програмите на Академията, документи, начини за кандидатстване, ще ви дам информация и за финансовите документи, и за определяне на таксата на база семейни доходи. И още веднъж, ако имате други въпроси, добре, okay, we have more questions.
Yes, so should we include any 3D, 2D animation, for example, in 3D and VFX program, and is it possible to include 3D, 2D character design? Is it essential to the characters to be 3D? So the answer is yes, you can, if you know how to do it, and if you have this kind of project, of course, they would be more than welcome, both animations and character design. So yes, if you don't have 3D, this is actually not essential. You will learn how to do it. Also, like a basic sketching or digital illustration about character and like a think of a character design would be enough. For example, we don't expect you to already know how to do 3Ds. You will learn it. So, but of course, if you already know how to do it, it's good to include that. Is there a final date for application? So we can accept, like as a standard rule, we can accept application until 1 month before the program starts. So very, very late, but this is too late. We don't suggest you to apply it that late. The best moment is start applying now with the early enrollment, can be a good deadline, or eventually in spring. Also for the accommodation part, consider that both Milan and Rome are really busy cities, are super requested. We have a lot of international students, not only at NABA, like in general in the city. So if you are too late and you apply, like, I don't know, in June, July, it's very late. Maybe you might find also issues in finding proper accommodation. So the earlier, the better. As soon as you're ready, I would suggest you to start the process.
Yes, I'm completely agree with you. Колкото по-рано, толкова по-добре е наистина, тъй като се възползвате и от всички в момента отстъпки, които се предлагат, плюс че особено когато сте в 12 клас, няма да мислите за това дали ще ви приемат в университет, докато имате матури, например. Затова наистина препоръчваме възможно най-рано да се кандидатства. Okay. Do you have more questions? Okay.
Would you reveal a bit about the way of evaluating a portfolio? Yes, I think this is something I tried to explain through this presentation today, that for undergraduate applications, we won't look at we want to evaluate if a student have already perfect technical skills. We will see how you express yourself, basically. So if you can show that you are passionate about a topic, a field, more than one field, that you made an effort in building your portfolio, so you dedicated time to it, and you enjoyed it, this is something that comes out from the portfolio, and this is what we want to see. So this is the way we evaluate portfolio. Basically, the faculty will read your letter, will see your portfolio, and they want to see a bit how you express yourself through it. They won't look at your at you like they won't look for perfect skills in it. That's the thing. What is the acceptance rate? So we don't have a specific rate, especially for undergraduate application, since we don't expect students to have previous backgrounds. If you dedicate, if you commit in your portfolio, and if you can really dedicate yourself on it, I'm sure you won't have problem in getting acceptance. How many Bulgarians applied last year and how many were accepted? This is a very specific question, but yes, we have many Bulgarian students on campus. I think the majority, I think they were, for undergraduate, they were all accepted. Don't worry. And again, if we see from your application, if we see some weakness in your portfolio, we have cases of students that maybe send some portfolio that are not really, maybe they are not really consistent, or they are maybe just sketching put there on the paper without any idea behind it. Or if we see, yes, that the portfolio is a bit weak, we will ask you to improve it, or we will give you some extra task to do. So we will help you to find the way to improve your application and finally get accepted. Is there a difference between applying in Milan and Rome? No difference. Same program, same study plan, just you have to pick and choose the city on the application form. Can we apply and be accepted before we are 11th grade? So at the moment we are accepting application from 12-year students. Usually at the end of the academic year, like in June, July, we start opening application also for 11th grader. But in this moment, we just accept 12th graders for 2024. So applications for 2025 will open in June, July next year. Can you show a portfolio of a student who wasn't accepted? I don't know if I have it right now, you know. Maybe I have it from last year. If I find it like very quickly, I will be happy to show it. Otherwise, I think I have to look for it and maybe send it separately. Let me check very quickly if it is. No. I will look for something and we'll get back to you. I second that. No, I don't have it right now. I would need to make a research. I need more time for that.
It's fine, Vale. It was more than helpful to have you tonight. So it's okay. Thank you very much for participating and for all the information and for all the example portfolios. I'm switching to Bulgarian.
Yes.
Още веднъж Благодаря, че се включихте, както и че бяхте толкова активни и задавахте въпросите си. Оставам на ваше разположение. Утре, отново казвам, ще ви изпратя, надявам се, запис от срещата, както и информация с абсолютно всички бакалавърски, магистърски програми, както и документите за кандидатстване и финансовите документи. Още веднъж благодаря ви, че бяхте днес в тази среща и ще се видим някой друг път. Thank you, Vale, again.
Thank you all. I hope it was useful and I hope to see you soon all.
Okay, see you soon.
Ciao, ciao a tutti.
Ciao.
Bye bye.